What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Armani, that car addict, back to you guys with a brand new video. And as you can see behind me, I am doing a review on this 2021 Mustang Mach 1 here at RP Exotics. So a little bit of backstory of the car. The first Mach 1 was made in 1969 all the way up to 1978. Then they discontinued it for a while until 2003 to 2004. Then they discontinued it again until now, 2021, they brought it back. So basically, it's a little bit of step up from the GT. It's more of a track-oriented Mustang compared to the GT, the Bullet, the GT350. With that being said, there's some components in this car that come straight off the GT350, and there's one or two parts that I'll show you later that come from the GT500 as well. So with that being said, so now that you have the GT, this, and then the GT500, as this being a normal track-oriented car, whereas the GT500 is just downright nuts. So let's get into the review. Alrighty, from the front of the car, they have a little bit of a facelift from the GT. As you can see, they got a little bit longer lip here. They have more airflow through the grille, and the horse is bigger. And then paying homage to the previous Mach 1s, they got holes where lights would be on both sides, but they are non-functional. And they also still have their LED lights with a little slit over it, giving it a more menacing look. Alrighty, so this produces 480 horsepower and 420 foot-pounds of torque. Now, we may not know if Ford did that on purpose, but this also is the 5.0 liter that's in the Mustang GT. And this also includes, like I said before, components of the GT350, which include the intake manifold, the oil cooler adapter, and the engine oil cooler, which produces 50% more cooling to the motor. Within the engine bay, you also have Mustang Mach 1 across the brace bar of the car as well. Now onto the interior of the car. Okay, getting on the inside of the car, you have a recycled material on the door. Then you have cloth Recaro seats on the front. Then you have cloth seats in the rear. With the handling package, which this is not, you can get leather Recaro seats, and you get the option of not having rear seats at all. Alright, so for the interior of the car, you have a leather wrapped steering wheel with very small paddle shifters, about that big, I should say. And then you have your cruise control and your audio controls on the steering wheel as well. Now, your gauge cluster is completely digitalized, and as you click through your modes, it'll switch in each different mode as you click through your modes, which it also has normal, which is standard driving, which I guess comfort mode to regular people. And then you have ice, which is typical snow, ice, rain, like it is here today. It's 25 degrees in St. Louis right now, and it's cold. But other than that, it has sport mode, then you have your track mode, and then you have drag strip mode, and that includes line lock on this car, which is pretty cool as well. And you have a line lock in the 10-speed and the 6-speed models as well. Now, with the infotainment system, you have a 12-inch LCD screen, and then you have a dual zone climate control for both sides, so you and your passenger can choose their own settings throughout the climate control. Then you have your start button, which is near the bottom, your traction control, your steering performance control gauge, so you can judge how rough or tough you want the steering wheel to be as you're driving. Then you have your mode changing button as well. It is weird because you can only flick them up. You can't flick them down to go down to select a different mode. You can only select up each time, as you can hear me click through them now. So, and then you have two cup holders on the inside as well, and then you have your e-brake here as well. Also on the interior, as you can probably see behind me, if I can scoot over, it says Recaro on the rear seats, and you have the option to put seat belts in here. Not seat belts, harness bars. Now onto the wheels and the rear of the car. Alright, so for the wheels and tires of this car, you have a 255/40 Michelin Pilot Sport 4S in the front and 275/40 Pilot Sport in the rear. Then these are a 5-spoke tarnished dark painted aluminum wheels, 5-spoke aluminum wheels by the way, and you have a 6-piston Brembo brakes, and then you have 4-piston Brembo brakes in the back as well. Alright, so I'm going to start from the bottom and go up to the top on the review on the rear of this car. So we have a active valve performance exhaust with 4.5-inch tips on both sides of the car. Then you have a GT500 rear diffuser. Then you have your regular Mustang taillights on both sides from the GTs and all the other Mustangs. Then you have the Mach 1 badge on here as well. No Ford, no horse symbol or nothing. Just to let you know that this car is a Mach 1 throughout the whole car. There's badges everywhere. I'll show you guys that in the cinematic. But it also has a black background right here as well. And you have a matte gray metallic rear spoiler on here as well. And this color on this car is the Velocity Blue, if I did not mention that before. Alright, so for the trunk space of this car, I can fit in there. You may see in the bloopers of me sitting in the back of this thing. So, other than that, you have a lot of room for real estate in here. You can fit all your soccer bags, your golf bags, your traveling bags, your suitcases, and anything else that you need to go on the back of this car. Now, if you wanted to make this thing fast, you can take everything out and put a fuel cell back here, or water the meth intercoolers and all the other stuff you can do with the high performance aftermarket stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the car, and I will show you guys the exhaust note and give you guys full summary of my review on this Mach 1. Needless to say, Ford did a good job putting this car together inside and out, stating and showing you that this car is Mach 1 from the front, rear, side, all through the interior as well. So yeah, they did a good job on this whole car in general. So if you wanted to spend between 55 to 65-ish grand, this is your car. If you wanted to have a track car, a little bit of a track car, and a weekend car, you can go cruise around on the weekends with your friends and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this car. Now, if you're balling like that, or you got the pockets to accept the payments of the GT500, go ahead and get that. Not unless you want to go more of a subtle car and not have a car that has 760 horsepower and nearly wants to kill you sometimes. But yeah, you can get that, or if you don't want either of those, you can go ahead and get the GT if you still want the V8. If you're balling on the budget, I mean, everybody starts from somewhere, so go ahead and get the EcoBoost. So the EcoBoosters are cool. They have modifications for those too, so don't put the EcoBoost aside as a shame car, but it does what it needs to. I know a few friends that had them and they had some problems with them, but the aftermarket parts they put on them, they made them pretty quick. So needless to say, Ford's been doing a good job with majority of their cars, I should say, besides the Mach E. Sad boy hours for that one, but I never doubted it. But it's a Mustang, but it's an SUV. But oh well, the Mach E is something else. So Mustang Mach E, it's an electric car. We're not talking about that until next week's video. We're talking about electric cars, so that's a little insight of next week's video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you wanted to see this listing, or if you like this car from my video, go ahead and check out the link in below, to rpexotics.com and let Alex or Parker know, because both their numbers will be on there. And you can call them if you want to come look at this car or any other cars in our showroom that we have. Please get in contact with them and make an appointment. Please, we do not really like people just walking in here just looking around. So, not to be like an angry person or a Karen to anybody, I'm just letting you guys know that's our policy here. So, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. That being said, Ford decided to bring the Mustang back. Mach 1, not Mustang. Keep getting them mixed up. Increases oil consumption about 15%, not 15. This is my 10th time messing up. One last time. You can option it with leather seats and or no rear seat. But this is the Recaro Sports Skeets, Jesus. You're how? Trial and error, people. Trial and error. Diagonal. And then you have a black background right here for the trunk lid. Not trunk lid.
She get on my nerves till I ain't got no nerves left. I come out bustin', my diamonds cold like they Russian. I might spend thousands for nothing. Shoe bottoms red like they blushing. Bands in my pockets, I'm stuffing. Shorty, my girl David Ruffin. She on my head like concussion. Stay with a tool like construction.